What's up, YouTube and tower defenders? Ethan X here with another in my weekly update to the tower, Idle Tower Defense Evolution Series. We are back with week 87. It is Thursday night, August 20th, 2026. Hopefully this will be the last video before version 29. So exciting, should be right around the corner. If you are new here, welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. We are an EHP tower in a world-turning attack all around us. We'll see how long we can hold out. If you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you again. And let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on. Oh, actually, shout out last week's winners. If you didn't see the post or missed the stream, JP and McChicken Joe won the event pass giveaway. One was sponsored again by Mr. Flipstar, so thanks again to Mr. Flipstar. But shout out to the winners and congrats. I think one of them didn't have it last week, so I got to pick that up. That was pretty cool. And we'll keep an eye out. We may do another one of those in the future, maybe around 1,000 subscribers. So we're coming up on that. We'll see if we might toss another one out there. But let's go ahead and take a look at what's been going on this week. So we are currently in a tier 15 run actively at the moment. And as you can see, our hit points are now 101Q while in the active run. Last week I would say it was 70, 69, 70. It just hit 70 with some upgrades to the module levels. But this is due to dissonance. So we went back and did some HP dissonant runs. I got bored one day and decided I had some time, and I just wanted to do some HP runs. I know we have bot respecs potentially around the corner. But I wanted to do some lower ones. So we were able to get to 5,000. We'll go over the dissonance in a moment. But yeah, big HP gain. That has actually given us a ton of extra waves in the history here. Like we are getting into 9,000s easily. I think we even have a 97 in here somewhere. Yeah, 9710. We'll look at all that when we get into the actual history of everything. But here's how we're currently looking. Since we're running tier 15, I did turn off chain lightning, and I've also de-leveled my module because they are getting super expensive. Like we are talking, look at this, 49.88Q in order to level that to the next level at 210. And when all these are 210, it was absorbing so much coin. So now I'm going to kind of keep this one at 201, and we'll just bounce it back to whatever. And we'll keep raising this level and the armor. And then, look, I think we're just going to kind of trail off on this. We're done. We might even suck some coin out of that, but we don't really need the UW in farm runs. But I don't want it to fall too far behind because I want to make sure we have the coin when we're in a tournament run. But between farming, we can at least switch between coin and damage between the core and the generator. All right, enough rambling on that, but here's what we're currently running though. As I mentioned, got orbital augment, we got our sharp fortitude, of course. This is our basic loadout every day. Eventually we're going to get rid of the stem core and put in the HC harmony conductor. That's going to be sweet. Black hole digester is at 210 with a 77 singularity harness. All right. I don't want to end this run, but we can just back out of it. Let's see. Anything else to show off while we're in here? Did I switch? Okay, I did. I did switch that back after the last run. I guess we can look at quick our free up. Yeah, almost 150 free up attack. That'll be sweet. We're going to break that soon. All right, let's go ahead and we will jump into the actual history. Stats. We started our tower on October 4th, 2024, so we are coming up on our 2-year mark soon. About a month and a month and a week or so. So, broke we're at now 2.6 Q. Ooh, I don't remember exactly what it was last week. I did not take a note. You know what I can do real quick? 1 second. Okay, so we pulled up the prior video. It's like 2.33, so almost exactly 300 Q. That's pretty good. Or not 300 trillion, I'm sorry. In a week, that's pretty good. We had almost a full day off from dissonant runs. We're gonna go look at those. I think I had to do one of them was a failure. We'll talk about that when we get in there. But yeah, so we're at 2.6 Q. Recent coins per hour is 2.03 Q. So we've broke the 2 Q, little Q an hour. Oh, and that was big Q, 2.6 big Q. We're down to 2.03 Q. Stones earned are at 38.2201. So that sounded funny. 38,221 thousand. So we stayed in Legends the last 2 days. We're going to get into those histories real quick. So we got, what's that, 485 or whatever, just under the 500 gain. We got the 4 keys still in the bank, waiting for some more to unlock some stuff. Waves completed is 7.63 million. All right, and then I don't think we did any new tier pushing. The new tier 15 run, that 9710, that happened this week for almost hitting 10,000 now in tier 15. But wave skips helping keep that under control, so it's not getting crazy time wise. In tier 19, we're still at the 282. We have not gone back to readjust and reassist the situation. We might go touch on that again once we get our bot presets and resets. All right, in the tournament history, here we are again. We had a record-breaking week, I guess you'd call it, because we got a 777. Here's the bracket. I want to say that tournament, somebody in the bracket, I don't have the bracket on me, it's on my tablet still. And unlike last week when I paused it, we're just going to let it ride. I'll do that later. But I want to say it was that one there. 900s got keys, 2 people did, so that was pretty cool. Not me, but people did it. So, but there's the rest of the bracket. And then, oh yeah, but the battle conditions were pretty good. So we got our new personal best, 777. So hopefully we'll just keep pushing from here. Then this last tournament yesterday, we got 680 or 638. It was actually pretty rough conditions for me. I feel like we don't usually do good with tanks and thorns and basic all together. Like that combination is just kind of hairy. And a lot of other people got personal bests. So we were able to survive our bracket barely. The guy that didn't run was kind of my level. So there was kind of 50-50 chance he might have passed me. The website prediction had me at 24, or sorry, 23 actually. The guy that got 23 was at 24. So that would turn out pretty decent at least. But yeah, so that was the tournaments for the week. Both of those we ended up streaming. We're having time here on Wednesday, so we will probably continue that and try to fit them in as much as we can. Ooh, while I have some time. Whoops. V29 around the corner is exciting. Hopefully the bot presets will change some stuff in the tournaments. It remains to see how it's going to play out with the way you level it in the labs to unlock them. But it's going to be cool to finally be able to pull all our coin out and put it into FBot, and then also pull everything out of FBot and put it into coin for farming. I know everyone's already talking about that, though. We're going to get excited when we see the patch notes. Let's see. Continue on for the new event here. It's the Sands of Time. Now, I don't know if this is new. Could be a repeat, but I think it is a repeat. because there's some relics here. But I did not own these, so I had to buy these. That was pretty sweet. But let's look at this real quick. We got the Sands of Time. It's going to have an Ancient Art with the cash bonus for free, with an Ancient Knowledge of critical chance free. Both of those are kind of meh. I mean, critical chance is alright. Attack speed 1% and ultimate damage 5% for the paid relic. That 5% ultimate damage is pretty slick, but I'm not going to buy this event pass. I bought the last week one, so I cannot afford to buy anymore at this time. And here's where we have everything done so far. Let's see. The tower skins, we've already unlocked both the background and the tower immediately and picked up the lab speed relic. That guy is a big deal. 1.5% lab speed for, well, kind of free, but you buy it for 200 relics or medals. I guess that means somebody may have owned this in the past. If this is a repeat, I don't know. The tower damage 5% is pretty slick too. We're going to pick that one up. I did not need to buy the bot range or the knockback force. We did buy the super crit chance because why not? Recovery amount, I already own that one. So no changes made to the bots recently. Last week, I want to say during the stream last week, maybe the tournament. So maybe it happened between last video. Yeah, let's see real quick. No, so last week this was at 86. So no changes this week. We're still at 86% damage reduction. We ended up putting the medals into the skins and those, and we're going to have to dump another 500 into this one soon. So there will be no bot eating this week. Over in the guilds, everyone is kicking butt and doing good. We're going to pick up this one here soon tonight, I have a feeling. Last week we got everything done that Thursday evening. A shout out to everyone. I want to say Shadowside's phone was busted, so they're not back yet. Fetch, we did put a click or two, I think, into fetch. At least one click. 41% now, 20% double fine. We're going to keep putting some into that for the time being. And when we get Guardian respecs, we'll be able to fiddle with these other ones for attack and stuff. Summon, of course, is maxed out. Duration, cooldown 100. Nothing's changed in our workshop. I should put some buys into skips, but right now we're at 480 enemy attack and 412 health is the starting. I should do a little bit more into those, but as you see, it's fairly expensive. 13Q for 10 clicks. Right now, so much of my money was being sucked up by the mods. It's ridiculous. Nothing's changed on the attack enhancements recently. We're at 185, 185, 185 on the damage, super crit, and crit factor. 205 health, 220 health regen, 145 orb, 205 wall. None of that's changed. And 155 cash, 125 health skips, and the 140 sells. None of that. Or I should cash originally. 155 coin, 125 health skips, 140 sells, and 130 free ups. None of that's changed either. We'll get back into Workshop Plus eventually. And what we're saving, we got 1152 stones. We are saving for the new ultimate weapon at 2400. So there's been no changes to the UWs, but here they are. We're going to be picking up Poison Swamp. Kind of exciting. I'll be able to start those labs and use Harmony Conductor. I know it won't be permanent right away, but at least while it's up, it'll do something. Right now, I use Dim Core, and it's not really that helpful being an EHP tower. So 2400, I don't know, what's that, 500-ish, well, just under 500 a week if we could stay in Legends. So we got another 3 weeks before it's done. Cards, we're farming with our cards. Here's what we're wearing. Whoops. All the masteries are in the front. Wave skip was the last mastery unlock, and it is at level 6 right now, so it's boogieing. We're going to be maxing that soon enough. Let's see. As per usual, slow aura and the extra defense and the enemy balance, those 3 are still on the table. I need to pick up those 3 at some point. Everything else kind of meh and can wait, but slow aura, extra defense are going to be crucial to continuing my EHP in tournaments if we do continue the EHP push. But for now, I don't foresee me doing anything different. So right now, those are on the horizon with the enemy balance. And in the modules, we got 19,210 gems currently. Holding on to those, just in case there is any new modules added to the banner. I don't suspect. Ooh, we got something that's lower. I don't suspect. I don't know. There's been no illusions or any kind of commitments about any new mods. A lot of people have a bad, I don't know, view, outlook, attitude, bad attitude. They don't like the idea of adding more mods because it dilutes these pools even further, and it makes it harder for them to get the mods they want. But I don't know. I don't care about that. I'm more excited. I want new mods. I like new mods. It's been a year since new mods came out. These last Primordial Collapse and Resto Bonus, these all came out 27, which was around this time last year. So I, for one, would love to see some new modules. Specifically, an EHP cannon would be sick. Some kind of, we talk about it in my Discord a lot. Shout out to the Discord. There's a link if you want to join our Discord community. But we were talking about that recently, like some ideas for it. And like a lifesteal cannon would be right up the alley. EHP could use EHP cannon of some sort, and a lifesteal is kind of a dead stat, right? Who uses lifesteal for anything late game anyway? I mean, there might be some extreme use cases and weird builds out there, but for the most part, and it had to heal the wall though, so it had to use it. It had to be able to heal the wall a little bit, but throw a little lifesteal, something on a cannon or something. I don't know, that might be neat. Over on the core, speculation, if there is a new one, I've said before, is that there's no, if you think about it, we're missing ones for smart missiles and Deathwave, kinda Death and GT, but Deathwave and GT are kind of on Multiverse Nexus, and I kind of think that's a GT core. I feel like of any core, that would be the one. But there's no smart missile core. So, and everyone says smart missiles could use some love. Well, they could throw a core on it to make smart missiles do something. Someone threw out, I can't remember who it was that said it, but they were saying something like, make it actually follow the target priority and make smart missiles smart. That'd be a useful core. Just some ideas. So there's some stuff they could do, but I know some people are not excited about that. But if they don't do that, then we will have plenty of gems left to potentially gem rush a bot preset labs. But outside of that, we will pull some stuff with the gems we got, if that's the case. We've already kind of looked at what we were wearing, but as I talked about before, it's super 50Q to level the next level. It's ridiculous. It's sucking up all my coins. So we're gonna need more coins soon. Have not done anything with this yet in the stones in the assists here, but the multiplier efficiency is one that is definitely on the radar. If we up the multiplier efficiency, I know it's only like what 245 or 285 or something stones. It's not much to get to 10%. But then we won't need to max our main mod because the split will call for more shards on the lower end, most likely. So that'll alleviate some pressure because right now it's the most beneficial to just max the main mod. So that's one idea, but I really want to unlock that poison swamp and get that baby labbing. Speaking of labs, we are currently running the defense percent still with our wave skip mastery. We have our defense echo on again. We're going to get another level on that for some more hit points. And battle condition reduction lab is going again. So those two sucked up big chunks of coin, but we needed to get this reduction lab done eventually. So we're going to get that to level 8. Bot is going to 12. Let's go ahead and jump into the spreadsheet. Excuse me. All right, so we're over in the spreadsheet. Just keeping track of the labs in a cleaner looking interface if you're new here. Blue ones are new labs that have made some change to. Gold ones are clearly gold boxed, and we got little dashes and stuff I haven't unlocked yet as like the key. This way you can kind of look around too if you want to see what labs I have done and where they're at, even if we don't discuss them. I don't like scrolling through that little interface in the... So laggy, especially when you got 2 years of history in there. The main Dissonance attack and the UWs we did from 4 to 5. So those are both now level 5. So we got a little boost of damage. Actually, a pretty good boost of damage, both of those together. Just to try to, you know, help with anything we need to do in milestones or anything else. The other utility runs and defense runs, we just want to get all buffed up as much as we can. Made no changes in the actual attack lab section. One day I keep saying we're going to come back and finish damage and crit factor and max it out, but for now they're 75 and 77. The defense side, nothing else has changed outside of the defense percent. We are not taking that off until it's maximum. That's going to happen in October sometime, depending on the date exactly. I don't know. We got some new lab speed relics recently, so I haven't looked into Ren to see what the new date is, but it was prior at the end of October. One day we might go back for defense absolute, because the meme is that they'll change it and buff it and make some kind of usefulness out of it. Like watch like our region multiply off of it or something crazy later. We don't have it. But then no other changes here for utility side or the ultimate weapons. We did do the wave skip. It's still on there. It went from 4 to 6 this week. We got the BC reduction running now, so we should see that next week. And the bot duration went from 6 to 12 this week. We did dabble in the enemy labs a little bit. We threw those on in between affordability of, you know, these expensive ones like BC reduction. I think that was like 107Q. So in between, we were doing other stuff like I did throw on ranged range, but it didn't level another level yet. But we put a little bit more time on that one. We did level boss attack from 20 to 21, and tank attack went from 6 to 10 actually. We ended up leaving that on for a good little minute with the battle conditions back there on that last one. I was like, I hate tanks, so we let that run for like a day. But that's the labs. And over in our spreadsheet, last week you can see we were just at, not spreadsheet, the run tracker. Last week we were just at like 180, 189, 184 Qs when we did our recording of our last video. Let's go ahead and look back real quick when we unlocked wave skip. For the sake of time, look, we had, let's see. I don't think any of these are going to be able to match up because we're getting way further now, but it was like 8.5 hours for 8,200 waves. And that's with just unlock. Before that, 8.5 for 8,000. But yeah, so we did the video. Now I didn't make any notes on when it leveled, but we know it was 4 when I recorded the last video. So it went from 4 to 6. So it's probably like right around here and right around here. We did the levels, you know. I don't know. But most recent runs, you can see 8,200 wave for 7 hours and 51 minutes. So that cut roughly 40 minutes off. That's pretty good so far. And I know that can vary a little bit, but here's a 9,000. Oh yeah, let's look at that. Yeah, here. 97.10. I'm pretty sure that's my farthest run. We saw that on the stats in the beginning, and that was 9 hours and 43 minutes. What set off the wave skip was that run when I was doing the tower cast with Strom a few weeks ago. It was a tier 15 for 8,080. Yeah, here it is. 8,851 waves. And we did that in 9 hours and 34 minutes. And if you remember on the tower cast, Strom did 8,856 waves, because it's just like 5 more waves ahead of me. And he did it in 8 hours, and that's when I was like blown away. I was like, I did 90. It took me 90 minutes more to do the same thing. So that's when I was like, I need to get wave skip. I know obviously that math changes the shorter your runs. Like if you're doing like a tier 16, that's a short run. We're not going to get 90 minutes off of it, but even 40 minutes off of those is nice. But we're about halfway through it right now. And let's go back. What was that? 97. So it was 1,000 more waves for roughly the same. Almost 1,000 more waves. 800 and 10 more minutes. So pretty good so far. And then we hit to Q 2.07, 2.01. So our last 3 runs. The tier 15 is doing much better. We'll look at the Dissonance in a moment, but that's what the multiplier on my utility. It makes the tier 15 do a little bit better. 16s are not bad. I can throw them on if I need to fit in a run before something. See, we got 1.8, 1.9. So if I only have a few, I know I'm gonna be shy the 8 to 9 hours that this potentially could run. We'll do a 16. Plus, we can quit a 16 a little earlier. I don't throw those runs in the history, but we can quit a 16 a little earlier, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't sting as bad. We'll be at like 1.6 or something. All right. Back in the tower. So, as you can see, we have 1.72 million cells. We just are killing it with the cells with these longer tier 15 runs. And the wave skip. Oh yeah, I mentioned it to Envy because I was surprised. Wave skip gave me more cells per hour, but it made sense because we're doing a faster run for the same amount of cells. I don't have the runs up immediately, but I looked back through ones that were comparable, older ones, and saw how many total cells I got, and it was very similar for the wave count. But we're doing the waves faster, so therefore your cells per hour, like, see, we're at 73 for tier 15. That's crazy. That wasn't even over 60 for tier 15. I had to run tier 16s to get 63k, and that was enabling me to kind of do 5 times all the time. But now we're doing 73k for tier 15s, so. Cells are killing it, which is stacking up and letting me play around. I did that whole day of Dissonant runs, and I could stay 5 times the whole time. We just went down to like 700k stones or cells. So eventually we'll be able to start throwing on a 6 time here and there for something, and burn those down a little bit that way. Probably defense percent. We'll throw that on a 6 time for like an hour or 2. That'd be sick. But right now, we'll hold off on that. But that's where the labs are at. Let's keep going around the clock. Well, we can't go into some of that because we can cook relics. Because we're in a run. So here's the relics. I don't pick up every event pass. I've only gotten like 10 event passes, so I can count my event passes on like 2 hands. I think it's just like I was keeping track for a while, and I need to go back and look and count them up, but I think it's 10. Okay, dissonant boosts. So we did the dissonant runs. Dissonant runs. Done. Check it out. Check it out. So tier 12 and 13 were both behind in our defense, and 14 also. 14, and I did 15. We did all of them. Because 14, we got pretty farther than I expected. I was thinking to get maybe 3,000, and we got to 41. So I was like, well, that's cool. Let's go try 15. So I think this was 1,200, and this was this was 1,200, and this was 1,600. And then these were like in the 3,000s or something like that. So we knocked those two out and got them maxed out. And got this one up to 4,000, which was good enough for now, because it's just a multiplier. I don't run tier 15 or 14. We'll go back and bang that out when we get the bot presets, and that's when we'll go maybe finish up these guys too. But since we're farming on tier 15, we're almost caught up with everything on here. Feels good. Feels good. And we almost maxed out our... I just realized that. Yeah, I should go back to utility. Because if I can get to 46, 60, and 15, I could get to 5,000 here. But that extra 1,000 would just be adding to the echo, so it's not going to be a huge... I mean, it's going to be a nice boost, but it's not going to be as big of a boost as 1,000 on the wave you're actually farming. Like if we were farming tier 14, 1,000 there would be game changing. A big boost. But yeah, so we'll clean these up when we get presets, but that's where we're at. Feels good to get most of that done. Just got to work on the last few levels of where we're at, and then one day go do some of these too, just to see how high we can get on 17. Probably like 100 200. All right, I think that's about a wrap for the week. We did cover everything. Not much to talk about on tier 19 yet. It's excitingly around the corner. Once it drops, hopefully next week is what they're saying. Once it drops, we'll talk about that. We'll make a video. We'll go live. We'll do something. But thanks for tuning in and subscribing. If you're still here and not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It definitely helps the channel out. And as I mentioned before, we'll probably end up doing another event pass giveaway when I hit 1,000 subscribers. We definitely will if we get the creator codes live here and get anything out of those. Keep an eye out for that too. They maybe they mentioned sometime this summer we were gonna hopefully get them working on. So outside of that, I hope everyone has a good weekend and a good week, and keep it up. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, shout out to the channel members, and yeah, peace out.